What's up, guys? It's been almost 2 weeks? Close to 2 weeks?
Unfortunately, we had to delay doing the episode 11 review because life, but we're back to do both episodes in one video. So a two for sure. Now, this is great because we get probably, I don't know, outside of the Dix fight, this is probably the biggest showcasing of fights throughout the whole season, and seeing it back-to-back was definitely really cool. I guess for starters, let's see here. Episode 11 was structured a little differently than I remembered, but I was like remembering things as it was showing, so that was cool. But I liked it though. There's a couple things that I think we talked about how like it left off in episode 11. It was like, oh, that's a great way to end the episode. Overall, though, what was your thoughts on the 11th one?
So we'll talk a little bit about 11. It's kind of hard because we watched them back to back.
Yeah,
and it was good because it kind of ended on a cliffhanger. Level 11. I was gonna say book 11 after that.
That's what I tried to do. See,
episode 11 of season 3. Yeah, that's right. It ends on a interesting note. There's a betrayal that we've talked about for a while and introduces the true colors of this character. And it's fun because you get to see him or her deal with the ramification of that via Hestia in the final scene.
Yeah, but, I do love that Hestia gets one lick in, at least.
But yeah, so episode 11, there's two fights. Well, multiple fights.
There's multiple fights. The only one we don't really get caught back to is the Liu one, which it's fine, though, because I feel like in the books, we basically didn't really see that fight. We just saw it start, and then we saw, like, Liu acknowledge, like, the ending part of that fight. Yeah. So not seeing it just wasn't super important. It's just that I love that character, so it's like, it would be cool to see it. Wasn't in there. Not a big deal. But we do get Tetsubaki coming to the aid of Wealth and Makoto. And then we also have, obviously, Ween. I think that was the cliffhanger for actually episode 9, right? Was Ween getting confronted by Tione. Mm-hmm. And that was really cool to see. I think those events, I don't know, I think I just forgot some of the minor details, so it was almost like rereading Book 11 when I was watching it. But I do really love kind of the build-up between, or I guess leading to the fight of Eyes versus Bell. And that's definitely one of the more bigger moments of the series, because obviously Bell holds her in such high regard. I don't, but it means a lot for Bell to having to face somebody that he admires so much, because he's not willing to sacrifice his ideals. And I think they illustrated kind of that clash of ideals, but also kind of showcasing where I don't want to say, well, I guess it wouldn't be wrong to say where both of them are coming from. There is a part that I will be honest, I think seeing Eyes more, when I say more emotional, it's not like it's not really
emotions.
Yeah, it's not really like, oh my gosh, she's like weeping in front of him, being like, please step aside so I can kill this little innocent monster girl. But I don't know why Eyes has a deep voice. But no.
Might as well be her voice.
Yeah, but it's just that I think...
it's her voice for the dub. Sorry, continue.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. That would be hilarious. But no, I just think, even though Eyes isn't a great character in my eyes, and she definitely is like one of the most... or I guess she is like the weakest written character out of the series. I do appreciate the moments where she is a bit more emotional, because I think, if anything, it's really the only part of her history as a character where it really factors into a lot of these instances and complications. So I think just showcasing that in this episode was done well.
Yeah, and I think we're talking about this, and we still need to go back and date it and look at the books and trying to search the wiki for this, but I feel like there was more characterization of Eyes as far as what her dialogue was in this episode, so that was interesting.
Yeah.
And we do get to see Belle get wrecked, which is a common theme in episode 11 and 12. And I think probably the best and most emotional moment of episode 11 was what Ween did in regards to her trying to save Belle.
Oh, yeah.
Trying to stay a little spoiler-free here, but that was really an emotional moment, especially if you haven't seen it in the book, because I read it in the book and I remember it being an emotional moment, but like seeing it on screen, I was like, oh, crap, that's right. She does do that.
Well, there's certain like little things that they do with the animation that just adds to the scene. And that's definitely one of them. It's like, I don't remember her, or I remembered the nails, but I didn't remember the wing. I was like, oh, dang. So, and she just like passes out. I think that was another thing I don't remember. But yeah, it was really. I think one of the things the only thing that was kind of like a criticism maybe, and again, like it's not really a criticism because I think the way it's showcased in the episode actually is better than in the book, or at least from what I remember the book. But the kind of final thing that Aiz leaves Belle with to kind of like, show that the fighting is over, at least on their front, is in the books it really felt like she was like, well, I'm not wanting to deal with this right now. You've kind of like showed me like a kink in my otherwise sound hatred towards these and like justification of what I'm trying to do. So I'm just gonna leave you. But it's like that half apology type thing. She does do the
potion here, which is nice.
Yeah, but in this, I think it's no one. Now getting on to episode 12 to keep this semi fashionable. Episode 12 is, I guess, mostly centered around the betrayal and then also the hype fight that I've been wanting since
honestly,
season 2 ended.
Like, it does give me some One Punch Man vibes. That's what I was saying, especially like the first scene where the character just grabs Belle and they go places.
Yeah.
But I think it was good animation. There is one little frame in there where like Astros looks weird. But overall, I think it showed like this. So one of the problems with the anime that I think is a common theme is the fight scenes. It's hard when you have a book and you're reading it and the fight scene's like 5 pages and there's like details.
Yeah.
And, it's really hard to capture that on screen without making it the whole episode a fight. Mm-hmm. So I think this was probably the best executed fight in regards to showing the scale of it and how meaningful it was and like the consequences afterwards that they showed.
Still did really enjoy it. I think that fight is just that fight's my favorite part of book 11. So I don't know. There wasn't much they could have done to screw it up for me, I think, because that fight's just so hyped. But I think part of it's like what you said, just seeing like where Belle's at after the fight is really what adds to it.
So this isn't a season overview because we'll do another video probably talking about the season.
Yeah.
But just these last 2 episodes, did it meet your expectation? Did it exceed your expectation? Were you pleasantly surprised, or was it less than you thought it was?
Like I've said in the comments, it's always easier when your favorite book or like your top 3 books in the series isn't the one being adapted in the episode. So for me, I was pleasantly surprised because obviously book 10 being my favorite, there was a little bit of disappointment, but I think part of that maybe be up to like nitpicking a little bit. But overall, I did really enjoy these last 2 episodes. Again, the fight with Astros is great. I think just seeing like it's not even like really the fight that Belle has with Aiz. I mean, it's cool, but like he still gets wrecked. So like it's not like super hype in
the
that
kick
regard.
Was pretty hype though.
Yeah. Not gonna lie, in the book, I was picturing the wall that he like bumps into just shatters, but and that didn't happen here. So I guess Aiz held back a little bit. Although I don't know. I'd have to read that again because it's taken so long. I'm sorry. I'm getting off topic because I was just going to say I could have sworn she was like, nah, fuck you, and uses her Tempest ability anyway when she doesn't have to, which makes her actions even seem more like a dick move in the book. But again, could just be misremember that, or maybe they didn't animate that into the show. But I think, kind of the direction they go was really well done. The only thing I think that I still didn't like in the last 2 episodes was Hermes' betrayal has a really weird like start to episode 12. Like they did the same thing with the start of episode 12 that they did with the start of the season, where it just kind of throws you in and there's not, which is fine because we got a lot of action to get to, but I don't know, it still felt kind of weird in that execution. But overall, again, I still liked it.
Yeah,
I was pleasantly surprised if I had to sum it up in one sentence. What about you? Because book 11's your favorite book. So
I think it was really great. I think it hit all the emotional notes, which is really what you want from adaptation, and the animation was great. I do have a problem with the betrayal. I think I was fine because I knew it was happening. I knew like why he did it, but I think if I didn't read the book, I would have been like, okay.
Well, and
it's a little confusing.
It's I get it. It's done in a way where like you're like, what's happening? Why are they like in the city like trying to kill people? Are they actually bad? It's but then they go back in like a couple minutes and they explain. I hate that kind of like almost fake out type thing because it's not done that way in the books. It's done well, and I think that's more so from like a show standpoint. Like, all right, what's really going to draw the audience in so like they don't give up off their seat when like commercial hits or whatever. But it's just what it is. But like I think you nail it on the head. Like a lot of times, like for an adaptation, as long as it hits like the emotional beats or like your emotional tie to the series, it does succeed. I guess at the end of the day, and I think it does hit that for a lot of parts of it. I do love though how Ana's still in like the third season, but they still did the whole like cut of like, nah, she's not gonna talk to Belle after he.
Well, yeah, she like sees Belle, he's like, Belle, and then like, we're done. That's all the time we have. See you next season.
I think in the book too, there's also a moment where like after he gets done fighting Astros, I think I think the Freya family is just like, all right, we're done here. All you guys can come through again, and that's when like again, could just be misremembering, but I thought that was the case, and then like Loki family came, and then that's kind of when he has the moment with Eyes, because I don't remember the talk with Eyes being the very last thing in the book. I thought it was like, yeah, this is the last thing in that chapter, but then the epilogue has like the section at the home. But
I'm not sure. That's not super important.
No, it's not. It's
the real question is, how did y'all feel about the season? Be ready for a season review coming soon. And how long will it be till we see more Danmachi on the small screen? Also, what is it going to cover? Also, what's the next arc in the book? But that's beside the point.
Expedition arc, yeah.
But yeah,
can't wait for that. Dude.
Yeah, I'm excited for the future of Danmachi. I think I hope this season has been the most popular and successful. I think it's. We'll have a discussion about it later, but I think it's worthy and it's having a watch, especially if you're an avid Danmachi fan. And with that, I think we're pretty much ready to go.
Yeah, we won't spell everything for the review, so we'll leave it there. But yeah, tell us what you thought. Love it, hate it, anything in between.
Want more of it?
Yeah, gotta have it. So,
all right,
we'll see you
later.